Yes, I know I need a haircut. Look at the state of it. Yes, I know it's too long, but, I haven't recorded on a Saturday for ages, so it was either go and get my haircut or record this video. So you've got to let me off, surely. Hello and welcome to Season 1, Part 7 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kev, and coming up on today's episode we have the second leg of the FA Trophy semi-final against Boreham Wood, but before that we're at home against AFC Fylde in the Vanarama. Is it Vanarama still? Conference North, I think it's still Vanarama. It probably is. In that league, what we play in anyway. Since you were last with me, nothing's happened because you were here right up until that draw against Boreham Wood in the first leg of the FA Trophy semi-final. So the unbeaten run continues, although it looked a bit iffy in both of those games in yesterday's episode. The AFC Fylde game today, massively important because at the moment we're 4 points clear of the relegation zone with a game in hand. Fylde are pushing for a playoff spot, but if we can beat them, this gap starts to become the kind of gap where I think we're probably safe, and we could actually start looking upwards a little bit and see if there's any outside possibility of a late rush on a mid-table position. Because really, if you look from where we are on 37 points, if we were on 40 points after we've had our game in hand from having a win, there's then only 4 points separating us from 9th place. And in actual fact, 40 points puts us 7 points clear from the relegation zone. So we'd be as close to 7th place as we would be to being relegated, despite the fact that we start today 1 place outside the relegation zone. This is a ridiculously tight league if you look up from where we are now. So if we can continue a good run of form, we could charge up this division and finish really, really strongly, and that would be marvellous. Of course, we'll probably get spanked today because Fylde are obviously far more interested in a win than we are, because they're going for the playoffs and they don't have the distraction of the FA Trophy. But this is the team that we're going for. We decided to go a little bit more attacking. I mentioned in yesterday's episode we do this occasionally. So we're not going full on attacking, we're going control, still on flexible. We have added an instruction on just to stay on feet because we've got a lot of players who are a bit rough and tumble, and we don't want suspensions going into the second leg of the FA Trophy semi-final, because we've got ourselves in that ridiculous situation where we might just make the final, and we don't want suspensions to key players for that. So I would still argue there's not much in the way of tactics going on here, but maybe a little bit more tactics than yesterday, which was officially no tactics day. So this is the team that we're playing today against Fylde. We've got Willis in goal, the usual back four: Roberts, Saki, Wilson and Gurr, with Reed, Picton, Douglas and Sparrow in midfield. Picton comes in for Sam Wright, who's just being rested. Of all the players, he's the one in the lowest condition at the moment, so we'll rest him today. We might look to rest Saki at some point as well, maybe Douglas, but Picton was there with some match fitness, so he was the only player really outside of the first 11 who had some match fitness. So I could only really I could only really rest one player and keep full match fitness. So it was a toss-up between Saki and Picton. And then I remembered Saki's not our player, so it doesn't matter if his legs fall off. So we're resting Sam Wright. And then up front, the usual strike partnership of Nathan Jarman and Joey Johnson. And they have now over 50 goals between them this season. They are quite the strike partnership. I mean, that's not a bad return for a team that have been flirting with relegation all season. We're still only 1 spot above the relegation spots. We've talked about all the exciting stuff that will happen if we win this game today. If we lose, as you would expect us to do against a much better team, oh, for goodness sake, all that, don't want to lose a player. Our 32-goal top scorer, he's probably out for the season now. Foot injury usually means broken foot or broken Achilles or something like that. He's done for the year. All that excitement and happiness that we had is now gone because the man who scores the goals is no longer here, and now we're 1-0 down as well. So, as I was trying to say before the Nathan Jarman injury completely derailed me and turned a good day into a sad, sad day, all that exciting, wonderful, look how much fun it could be if we win today nonsense from before the match. If we lose today, we no longer have a game in hand. We're only 4 points clear of the drop, and we're still very much in a relegation dogfight. And it's the whole division is incredibly tight. I mean, you've got the maybe 2 or 3 teams at the top who are running away with the promotion spots. Chorley at the bottom, who are starting to fall a little bit adrift and are probably gone. But everyone between really Fylde down to Stalybridge, there's only not many points separating them, 15 points maybe, across that. Oh, Rowe's just hit the post again for them. I think Danny Rowe is the brother of former Peterborough United superstar Tommy Rowe. Oh, for goodness sake. Really? Really, Football Manager? We take it, we put stay on feet on for the first time ever to try and avoid suspensions. And your answer to that is, right, well, let's just get all the key players injured. So the man who came into the team on the left wing and single-handedly turned our form around, we've never lost with James Reid in the side. We now don't have James Reid in the side either, and we have no one to come on for him. The only player who can play wide in the whole squad today is Jordan Jones, who apparently is a right-back who presumably was signed before I got here. I don't know who he is. We are down to bare bones. He's got some potential, but, I mean, really... What am I supposed to do with this? What's happening? Right, we'll bring Jones on. Shall we be nice and put Matt Sparrow over there and let Jones at least play on the right-hand side of midfield? Because that way, we have a player that we don't know about playing in his position and he might be rubbish, and our best player playing out of position. So that's got to be better tactically. Can't believe... I mean, Sparrow will get an injury now as well, and that'll be the 3 probably most important players that we have, all injured. The second leg of the FA Trophy semi-final is only a few days away. We don't have injuries now, they're ruled out of that game. We don't have time to get players fit again. If they're injured enough now to have to come off, they're not going to be fit again for the weekend to play in that game. So not only are we without really important players, we don't have anyone who's match fit in those positions to come in and take their place. So we're effectively going to be playing with 9 men against a team in the division above us, with a place at Wembley on the line. So with 2 crunching tackles, our season's gone from, oh, look how exciting this could be. We could finish mid-table and win a trophy. Oh, yum, yum, loveliness. To, we're going to get beaten today. We'll lose again in the FA Trophy semi-final. We'll probably get relegated and you're not having any of your best players while you do it. Ha ha, I'm the Football Manager overlords and I break players at will. Goodness me, So it's because I've not got a Coke Zero with me. No lucky Coke Zero. This feels a little bit hollow now. I mean, it is hollow, but it feels hollow now. Having the party hat round still. There's no parties here anymore. I was really excited for how this season could end 5 minutes ago, and it's gone now. If we manage to turn this around from here, I am a hero, and I would like to be treated as such for the remainder of my internet life. But it's not going to happen, is it? I mean, oh wow, game changers. We've got an old centre-back and attacking and a ball-winning midfield player. Neither of them are going to come on and change this game, are they? I mean, what? Let's not even bother. No point. Should we take Sparrow off just to try and stop him getting injured? I mean, we're not winning today. Let's just take Matt Sparrow off. We'll stick Picton out there because he's probably not going to play. So we'll play him out of position. Give Sam Wright 10 minutes in his own position just to make sure he keeps some juice in his legs. And... I mean, that's just been an epic disappointment. Don't go and score now, lads. Don't make me believe. There you go. This is more like it. Nice little 3rd goal at the end there. And they managed to even miss that. See, they don't even have to score chances that are on a plate for them because we've just rolled over and let them tickle our bellies today. I don't know if you can sense it. I know I'm being quite subtle about it and you need to read between the lines, but I'm not particularly happy with how that game has gone. Let's see what the damage is to those 2 players. Probably both out for the rest of the season. So Jarman is 5 to 6 months with a damaged Achilles tendon. James Reid, 2 to 3 months with strained knee ligaments. We are never going to see either of those players play again because at this level, I mean, James Reid was already on the transfer list at his own request. He'll go when his contract's up in the summer. Nathan Jarman, at this level, we can't pay him. for 6 months. His contract's up in the summer as well. We can't give this man a new contract when he's going to be out until Christmas. Bye-bye. There you go. You've seen the last of Nathan Jarman. That is just gutting. Right, I've had a little cry. We have to play this game. No one wants to now. No one feels like it. Nathan Jarman. Oh, we're going to miss him so much. But you know what we're going to do. I'm struggling for words for it. It makes me say he's he's not imaginary. He's probably quite real, but in this realm, he's imaginary, and it's an imaginary injury. And I shouldn't be so sad about it, but I am sad. And shut up is basically the gist of what I'm trying to say. The changes we've made for this game, we're going defensive, structured, more disciplined. We're just going to. We're away from home against a team in a division better than us, and we've not got a top scorer, so we're just going to sit and defend and hope we catch him on the break. But a lot of pressure on Joey Johnson's shoulders now. Elliot Chamberlain comes in to play alongside him. We're going to play him as a defensive forward because apparently he can do that as well. And Joe Guest comes in on the left side of midfield as a replacement for James Reed. Wright comes back in central midfield. Picton drops to the back four. Wilson drops to the bench. Elliot Chamberlain is not fit because we didn't have any match fit strikers. And yeah, it's all going to go wrong. But, if we manage to turn it around from here and the unthinkable happens, imagine how much sweeter it'll feel. The highs in football only feel as good as they do because of how devastating the lows are. It's all about that roller coaster. And in order to experience those incredible highs, we have to have moments like this one where we just want to cry. Right, go on, lads. Cheer me up. Oh, Joey Johnson just nearly scored a goal. That would have cheered me up. That would have been very pleasant. But apparently it wasn't to be. And is it Bournemouth we're playing? Bournemouth are 1-0 up. How do we keep defending now? We're 1-0 down. It's a cup semi-final. Look at all those trees and warehouses in the background. What a wonderful place to be. I think we keep defending until half time, as long as we're not like 5-0 down in 5 minutes. And then in the second half, we are obviously going to have to try and get back into the game because there's no point defending. And we may as well lose 6-0 rather than 2-0. We'll defend for a little bit longer because I don't even know why. My decision-making ability has long since departed me because of the. I feel like I'm in grieving for Nathan Jarman. Mourning, not grieving. I'm in mourning. I am grieving. There you go. English lessons with Kev. Right. Let's tweak. Let's go to standard. Let's go to the good old no tactics. It did us good. Really, it did us good. There you go. The English lessons have stopped. Right, we're going back to no tactics because no tactics seemed to do fine. Let's put in support. I think that's the exact shape we had when we were doing all right. The problem is the personnel is not quite the same, and the personnel was quite important to how it was working. The whole methodology behind no tactics was get your best players in their best positions. Well, having your leg in a sling is not the best position for Nathan Jarman to be in. But we're going to have to make do with what we've got. Let's get back into this game. Starting now. Come on. Joey Johnson sort of snatches at it. And he's had 2 half chances. He's not had a proper chance yet. But we need him to be snapping at his half chances today if we're going to stand any chance. We've got to pull these 2 goals back. Sam Wright's just lost the ball in a position he really shouldn't be losing. But he's won it back very pleasantly. But that's an awful pass from Saki. Sparrow had no chance of getting there. And that is that. There goes the FO. It was a ridiculous dream, really, thinking we might have a chance of winning the FO Trophy. We're probably going to get relegated from the Conference North. If we had have won this competition, it would have made a mockery of the whole thing. But it's sad it happening like this. I wonder how. I bet Boston are winning their game, and they're going to go to the final. They're going to win it and get promoted, and we're all going to sit there and think, Boston's nearer to Kev's house in Gainsborough. If he was following full non-league to legend rules, he'd be Boston manager, and he'd have just done that. It's only because he didn't want to do the same team 2 years in a row. Silly old Kev. Right, Japhet Matter is coming on. You've not met him before. We signed him in the summer just because he's got lots of potential. And here he is now. We're going to have a little look at him. We may as well just play him as the defensive forward that everyone else seems to do. And let's have a look at Jordan's story as well. I think he's another one who came in the summer. He is 21 years old. Another one with a lot of potential. Came in from Newcastle after 2 years of just not really doing anything. So there you go, a couple of players who've been here for a little while and are finally getting an opportunity in our team in the most unusual of circumstances, because they're getting an opportunity in what could have been the biggest game of the season. We're going to bring Wilson on for Picton just to stop him getting himself sent off, really. And that's it. What a depressing episode this has been. Were you as excited as me yesterday? Because I was blooming excited yesterday, and now I'm just don't want to do the rest of the season now. Fun bit's gone. Going to go and get relegated now. If it's hit me this hard, imagine how hard it's hit the players. Good. Boston lost as well. That's better. Grr. If you've enjoyed that, make sure you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. And thank you very much for watching.